Paper-based identification, where people hold passports and driver's licenses, is somewhat outdated. It is expensive to identify individuals, and it also leaves a proportion of the population unable to apply for financial services products. Technologies such as biometrics and blockchain can help make identification more inclusive and efficient. Cybersecurity is a massive industry that has emerged alongside e-commerce. As more and more funds move digitally, cyber criminals have found easy ways to commit crimes and defraud people, even without needing to involve themselves in violent acts. Regulation technology is the response from the technology industry to the efficiency problems generated by the high amount of regulatory requirements that financial institutions have. They aim to manage risks appropriately and keep firms compliant. Traditional ways of using identification. It is important to understand how identification processes work traditionally. In Western countries, citizens prove their identity using their Social Security card, passport, or driver's license. Yet, in many cases, some people have trouble proving their identity. For instance, a homeless person in the U.S. may not have access to a P.O. box because they cannot provide a physical address, and without a P.O. box, they cannot apply for a job. Furthermore, government-issued identification is important for opening a bank account. A person goes to a branch and provides identification to a bank officer to initiate security processes. Normally, the anti-money laundering group receives an automated notification to start the review process. The initial phase of the anti-money laundering procedure is to identify the customer by collating and authenticating their information. Next, the bank performs customer due diligence to determine the anti-money laundering rating of the client. The client can only open a bank account after the whole process has been successfully completed. The use of digital identities is essential for a more efficient world. Annoying identification methods include creating and remembering passwords, as well as using technologies such as CAPTCHA. New solutions are necessary, especially with the proliferation of digital services. Millennials find it easier to entrust their identities to social media sites, while some people feel disturbed about sharing information on these sites. Unique identification systems in India. A very innovative identification case is that of India. A project of the Indian government since January 2009, the Unique Identification Authority of India, or UIDAI, aimed to assign a 12-digit unique identification to all Indian residents. It was responsible for the plan and policies for the project's implementation, including the definition of processes and mechanisms interlinking it with other databases.